We're live.
Yeah, it's been a hectic 5 minutes, boys.
Yeah, it was
We
wild.
just want to go in.
Did anybody in the comments just ask Josh his favorite Quentin Tarantino movie?
It's Transformers. Spoiler.
Second favorite Quentin Tarantino movie, Josh?
It's Django Unchained.
Oh, I thought it was Batman.
That's his third favorite.
That's
Third favorite. So fun episode coming here.
We're recording right after
What?
the weekend's games have finished.
Yeah, that's true.
This is a first.
Yeah, it's the first time we've ever been like together in person to do this stuff.
After a game.
I think we're just gonna do the
Get right into the game.
the standard shit. Yeah.
let's go.
Do you want to start with Saturday's games and then go into Sunday, or do you want to start with what's really fresh
Well,
and then we can talk about Saturday?
let's start with the fresh stuff. Let's get right into
go,
Liverpool.
let's go
talk while
reverse.
the blood's hot.
Yeah. So the boys all linked up, went to the zoo today. Josh has been representing us while we've been kind of moving about and doing the life thing outside the podcast. But we've been able to take today's opportunity to get together and watch some live footy down at the zoo. Got to see the homie Bird. Always a joy to see him, especially after an Arsenal win, because he's in a great mood.
Also, shout out Mark, owner of the zoo. Great
Mark,
dude.
yes.
Came over and said hi to us.
And shout out KP Pills.
Yep. Shout out Kennedy Park Pilsner. It's best fucking beer in Portland.
Also, shout out
Second favorite beer.
Slapshot.
Both of them.
Maine
Both of them are
Mariners
co-favorites, I would say.
Yeah, Coke. They're 1A, 1B.
They're different. You know, this is a session ale. A little bit more bite.
KP, no, it's the other way around. I think Kennedy Park
so?
Pilsner's got a little more like zing to it, and
Okay.
this is just like nice, easy drinking. You know what I mean? You could
Okay, fair.
you go to a hockey game, you could, or watch some footy with this. It's a great footy beer too.
This is a hockey beer.
It's a footy beer too.
You think it's a footy beer?
It's just nice and easy to drink. You could drink like 6 of them. You're not even drunk.
That's true. Maybe
Maybe
it's a
that's
good
not
tasting
the
beer.
best
That's the
marketing
bottom line.
plan for the beer. Drink 6, not drunk, but you could. I could for sure.
This is true. Mitch, any takes on beer?
I can't have
Beer. Nah, I'm gluten free, so I unfortunately can look at the cans but cannot touch. They look great though.
Yeah, great branding.
You know who else
the packaging.
looked great today? Mohamed Salah.
Yeah,
Salah was solid. Salah was solid. Konate was solid. Van Dijk was solid. Allison was good. I will say though, Mitch and I were talking about this in the car on the way back here, and maybe you'll feel the same way. Maybe you won't. I do think that your win today was definitely day of recording, which is Sunday, November 6th. I do think the Liverpool win today was more indicative of a poor Tottenham performance than a good Liverpool performance. Like, you guys definitely were good. You took your chances. You made your most of what Tottenham gave you. But ultimately, the 2 goals Liverpool scored were gifts from the Tottenham defense. I think being clinical in the situations where teams give you those goals is, you take those to the bank. You get your 3 points. You get the fuck out of there. But I think if Tottenham played the way they did the last 15 minutes of the game for the full 90, it would have been a very different picture. I'm not entirely sure if Conte would nope, need a goal now, and kind of really drastically change things. But
no objections from me on that.
Yeah, I definitely felt like it was a poor Tottenham and not like a brilliant Liverpool. That's not taking away anything from the performance today of Liverpool either. They won the game, they got the 3 points, they were the better side. But ultimately, I think it was because Tottenham kind of we all saw what Eric Dyer did.
Yeah, and Tottenham also had their chances to score.
Absolutely.
Hitting the post twice. Langley had a free header in the box, 5 yards away from goal. Tottenham had plenty of chances to score, and they didn't do it. With that being said, with our form away from home at Tottenham, a huge stadium, I'll take that 2-1 win, snatch and grab all day.
Oh, yeah.
All day.
Easily could have been a 6-4 game with the amount of chances that were in this fixture. I think it was a very messy midfield for the most part, aside from Fabinho. Fabinho, I thought, had a really great day positioning, putting the right challenges in when he needed to, which I thought was a great change of pace for him.
Because he's not been good this season for the most part.
No, he's looked lost, and it's. I think I agree with what you said. I just think that it is pretty indicative of Liverpool being clinical in those moments and capitalizing, because we haven't had that yet this year.
Right. Yeah.
We haven't had those full length games of success. So grabbing the first goal early, maintaining the lead throughout the game. All in all, I think this is a big step in the right direction for this Liverpool side.
Josh, you going to say Liverpool's back so you lose to the team at the bottom of the table next week again?
Who are we playing next week?
I don't know, but the last time you said Liverpool are back after a big win,
Leicester?
you lost.
Liverpool are back, I think.
Do we have Leicester next week?
Be careful.
We have a
be careful.
Carabao Cup game.
Just be careful.
I know. I mean, we've won Ajax, Napoli, Man City, and Tottenham in our last like 6.
But you've also lost to
lost
Nottingham Forest and Leeds.
Yeah,
So
tough.
it's a little...
I think having Konate back, I mean, what a difference he made today.
Yeah, he was immense.
He's so good at just stepping.
Yeah.
Like, expecting the balls coming to him and stepping ahead of time and winning it. Just a one-on-one good defender. He's big, he's strong, out-muscles anyone on the pitch, and he's quick, too.
Last note I have on the game, and then, Mitch, you can say your piece. I can't believe I'm going to say this, too. I really...
I know what you're going to say.
It was a good defensive performance from Trent today. So
Thank you.
yeah, I'll give him his credit where it's due. Probably not the most difficult players running at him. Sessegnon was fucking dog shit for Tottenham today.
Bad.
He was given every opportunity in the book too, and each time he squandered it. Trent, albeit saved himself a couple of times. I think
Yeah, he got exposed here.
I
and
think
there,
he got
but
exposed, but he was able to recover, which was huge. But I
had
guess
a
what
good
I was
game.
going to say was, much like Leo DiCaprio in that one Tarantino film, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I've saw that movie, by the way. It's fine.
Yeah, no, I just
Didn't know
think of the
Quentin
recliner.
Tarantino directed it though.
I just think of the recliner meme of him pointing at the TV, and that's what like Pep and Jurgen are doing when Konate steps. I just wanted to kind of call back to that. I feel like the way Konate played today is what they're looking for everybody on the pitch to do. And I think it's just that level of confidence, that miscommunication, knowing when somebody is going to step, when somebody isn't. Thank you for checking.
Yeah, we just been having some technical difficulties, folks. So I was just double checking you were good.
Yeah, no, I think
One more final thought.
Yeah.
Thoughts on Darwin on the day?
think he deserved a goal. I think he deserved a goal.
You heard me say it at the zoo. I'm not saying it again. All right, you've gotten enough Liverpool praise out of me.
He, I guess my last thought, I think he was in a much more expansive role today.
I think he's better on the left. I think he's way better on the left for you guys than he
quick.
is centrally.
He's very quick.
At least the last couple games I've watched for you. I think he's way, like he stretches the pitch. He can come inside and cut it on his right foot. He gives Mo a lot of different spaces to run into in the middle of the pitch. I think he is better either in a 2 or not the like main man through the middle as he's playing right now. I think definitely things can change, but I think he's better on the left.
I mean, you could tell at the end of the game he was tired just before he came off. Obviously, comes off after Tottenham make their 2 subs, who come in and make an immediate impact. Doherty to Kulusevski into Kane for the goal minutes after they come on. So there are some things that I think he's still learning on that left side, but defensively he looked great. He was tracking back
They
when
helped
he
out
needed
Robbo
to.
a lot today.
So all in all, I think it was a good performance from both Liverpool and the fact that Tottenham fucked off today.
Other game that happened today that we definitely do need to touch on. Unai Emery is back. Good evening,
back.
Man United. 3-1 Villa over United. Villa come out. They get 2 quick goals right at the beginning of the game. United just didn't look great. A player that Josh and I have kind of been hot and cold on. We had a talk about our like mid-season team of the season this year, and we talked about how we thought Lisandro Martinez has been really good. Dropped under 5.9 match rating today, which I mean, those are kind of wonky. To just be like, oh, we had a 5.9, he's a bad player. But apparently didn't have the greatest game. We only caught the end of it. But to see Unai Emery immediately coming into that Villa side, making a pretty big difference, at least in terms of tactics, and giving them the boost they need to go out and beat a Man United team that people are like kind of hot on right now.
They have good players, man. Villa do have good players. It's about molding them. They're young, too. So, I mean, they scored a couple banger goals today, though.
Yeah, the Digne goal was really good.
Yep.
And then their third one was
Man
solid
United's
as
only
well.
goal was an unknown goal, too, from Jacob Ramsey. So
Yeah, they didn't look particularly good. An interesting thing about that game, too, just to quickly chat about with the fellas here, Ronaldo starts and captains Man United today.
Yeah, it's weird. It feels like Ten Hag has to make a decision about Ronaldo because he's kind of letting him teeter-totter.
It's either lock him out or make him play his role. You know what I mean? I think Ronaldo's got a pretty big personality, and it's obviously going to kind of command like a special kind of person to rein that in. I'm just not sure Ten Hag is the guy to rein in that personality, but I don't think that the United board are comfortable just dumping Ronaldo. I think from my understanding, the fans are kind of on the fence with him as well. When he's performing well, he's, the greatest player of all time, and when he's not, they, would rather see Garnacho start up top instead of him. So it's a little
Fair enough.
hit or miss player, but good to see Emery back in the Premier League, and big win for the Villains.
We saw Palace take over West Ham 2 at the Zoo.
Yep. Great goal from
Elise
at the end of the game there. Yeah, really, really good finish from him. West Ham are bad. West Ham are bad. They're not great this season.
Piss poor from Antonio at the end of the game there too. I get you. I get you're trying to reach for the goal and steal the 3 points at the end, but just not a great dive. Not a great dive at the end of that one.
No.
The only other game in that window from today was Southampton-Newcastle. Newcastle won that one 4-1. Ultimately, Ralph HASSENHUTTL got the sack. He's been there a while. He's probably one of the longer tenured managers in the Prem at one club.
Now he's gone. Newcastle look fucking good. They are the real deal. They're probably finishing top 8, I would say, this season, comfortably. They look really, really good.
I think they finished top 6.
Yeah, definitely. 100%. I think I was being a little reserved and saying top 8, but I would agree with top 6. I could definitely see them finishing as high as...
It's the highest they can finish.
6. 5.
5.
I think they could finish 5th. United look bad. Chelsea look teetery. I think you guys, unless you pick your form up, and stay keeping your form up, you guys could finish 6. You know what I mean?
We talked about Liverpool, so...
Yeah, I just don't... if you keep playing the way you're playing right now, maybe you'll finish 4th, you know what I mean? But I need to see a little bit more consistency.
I get the reaction of the Josh, but, if you think about it, it's we're performing in one contest and not the other. At
you're
the end
eighth.
of the...
You're still in...
We're still in
right
8th.
now.
I'm contentious. I'm ready to bite. I'm ready to bark at someone.
Josh is one misheard comment away from ending up in a newspaper.
The last game that happened today, too, well, the first game that happened today, too, was Arsenal 1-0 win over Chelsea. Who scored the goal for them?
Gabriel.
Yeah, on the corner. That actually looked like it could have just straight up
Olympico.
gone in.
Yeah, it was.
Saka. I think it took a deflection from somebody else on the way through to Gabriel as well. But they're the real deal.
Yeah,
I think Arsenal are title contenders.
Absolutely.
1,000%. They're going to be they're going to be right up there, I think, for the rest of the season. I am interested to see. It's funny, Mitch and I were joking about this on the way down. We were like, all right, what's the next thing Josh is going to say to stop writing off Arsenal? But I think if you think this, you're right.
I'm crazy.
No. I think I am interested to see how Arsenal handle the congested winter fixtures post World Cup. They don't have a ton of depth in their forwards, and they're one Xhaka. Fuck, I can't believe I'm just saying that. But there was Xhaka injury from actually struggling in the midfield because somehow Granit Xhaka Granit Xhaka's playing fucking Yaya Toure in 2014 this season.
I just don't know about Arsenal. I don't know, I have to think about excuses for them, which shows that they're improving.
They're good. I think they're good. I think they're going to be right there. They've beaten Liverpool, Tottenham, and Chelsea now.
Liverpool game was under protest.
Doesn't matter. It's 3 really, really big results. I think they're the real deal. I think they're going to be right up there till the very end. I think it's going to come down to, can they stay healthy through the winter? Can they win the games they need to through the fatigue? And can they beat City? Ultimately.
Which they're not going to.
I think they could give City a really good run for their money at the Emirates. A really good run for their money at the Emirates.
They're not going to win out, is the thing.
Yeah, but City are going to drop points too. It's going to be harder, but they'll drop points.
I don't think Arsenal have the grit to do a title race like me and... Or I say me as I am Liverpool, but that us and you have done in recent years. I don't think they have the grit behind it.
I think we can keep saying that, but they're showing they do.
But it's 13 games. We're talking 38.
They've only lost 1.
And in those 13 games, they've already taken out 3 of the big 6.
They're good. And they
3 of the 5.
They can stay healthy through the winter, they'll be there in the spring. That's the biggest thing is their fitness. They need... They're a Xhaka injury or a Saka or Jesus injury away from really awkward.
I know, but look at their injury record. If I had to put money, if I legitimately had to put money on it, I'm not putting a cent on Arsenal to win anything.
I would, because if they actually won the league, you'd make a decent amount of money.
Probably. Well, yeah, you would.
But
Not as much as when Leicester did, but
Yeah, well, that's fucking... If you put money on Leicester to win the league back in 2016, good for you, man. You're a fucking time traveler.
we found you out.
Yeah, we give me the books. Who bet on Leicester?
K. McFly.
Who put more than 25 dollars on Leicester to win the league in 2016 because you're a time traveler? We have found you. Anyway, no, I think Arsenal are going to be there until the very last day of the season. And they're
Very last day.
maybe not very last day. It really depends. If they can stay healthy through the winter, there's no reason they can't keep competing with City like they are right now.
We don't know how the World Cup's going to affect everything, too.
Also very true.
So that's a complete, like, we have no idea.
I think that's kind of where the conversation started, because we're 3 weeks away now. You know,
if England makes
you're right, we're I mean,
Two-ish. Yeah, we're 2 weeks away from the World Cup.
We're 15 days. 15 days. So if you're looking at the season, we're 14 games in, 5 away from the midway point. We're taking 8 weeks off, 6 weeks off.
Yeah, it's like end of November to the middle of December.
These guys are playing on the biggest stage. They're obviously going to go out for their country, and then you have the guys that aren't. Arsenal have a bunch of players that are leaving for this World Cup that are on teams that are looking for success. So they're going to play a deep World Cup.
A lot of England, a lot of Brazil.
England.
Xhaka will play every minute for Switzerland.
That's what I'm saying. If England went like to the final and played 7 games, Saka, Ben White. Well, Ben White probably won't start for England, but they have some. Saka is the main concern, I think. I don't know how a player can come back like fresh from that.
You can't.
Because you're going harder than you probably do. Not saying they don't go 100% for regular games, but
as Liverpool fans, we saw what it took out of a player like Mo last year. You know, like he did not come back the same player. And AFCON is Africa's World Cup. Like that, I feel like in
it's
some
like their Euro, you know what I mean?
context,
it's
could
huge.
be bigger.
It's huge for them.
Because it's the local bragging rights at that point. You're with the people that you live with, and it is like Euro.
I get what you're saying.
So I don't know. I think Arsenal are in a place that they haven't been in a long time. Arteta is
since like 2016 they finished second, right?
I think
the Leicester season they finished second.
So
they finished over. Did they finish ahead of Spurs that year? They finished second.
So
all power to him. You know, I'll root for him. I'm not gonna
rooting for him.
I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm an Arsenal fan. But if you're looking at it objectively, the work they've put in to get to where they are and still hold this 13 weeks in, 14 weeks in, where they were in last place, just starting to turn it around this time last year.
Yeah,
I mean they lost their first 3 games.
Right, but they're not doing that this year.
Yeah, they look good.
So
you're right. Yeah.
I want to see a team succeed that hasn't, because we've been there as Liverpool fans.
Fuck that. I don't want to fucking see the Gunners. Dude, they're the most arrogant fucking fans. Clip it.
Not all of them. Not all of them.
He says.
They're living on the fucking bollocks of Thierry Henry and those fucking title teams from the 2000s. They still think they're like playing yesterday, it feels like. That little gold trophy they hold like their most valuable possession.
And now
it's hard to do.
It's hard to do that, and now they have a team that they can be proud of after a very long time.
I will say,
like you've done it before, though.
I will say, I do think it's really funny. A lot of Arsenal fans on Twitter it's really funny. I'm seeing a lot of interaction between Arsenal and Liverpool fans, and the Arsenal fans are like, bro, we really have to get fucking 100 points to beat this City team. And a lot of Liverpool fans are just like replying to him being like, yeah, man, we've done this for 3 years. It's fucking taxing. Like, have fun.
Yeah.
It's hell.
Yeah, like they look at us and they say this Liverpool City rivalry has gone on too long, and now they want to bitch about how much it takes to actually get there. Like last year we came so close, but we're so disgustingly far away that it's a forgettable season. You know what I mean? In the context of football.
Now he admits it. Wouldn't admit it on the episodes last season.
That's not what I'm admitting.
You said the word. You said the word.
I'm speaking on the conversation.
Clip it. He said forgettable.
We can't just say clip it every time somebody says some shit, guys. Okay? What I'm saying is, Arsenal are good. They've earned the praise at this point in the season.
Yes. I'll give them that. Yeah.
We'll talk again. To the Emirates at
we'll
the
talk
end of the
again
season.
mid-January.
Yeah,
we'll talk again mid-January.
Let's chat after the World Cup. Let's chat. Yeah, let's chat at the end of January and see how they're feeling. Let's go to Saturday's games.
Yeah, Forest Brentford. That was the first one, 2-2.
Didn't watch it.
Don't have much of a take on that. Wolves Brighton I had on in the background, I'll admit. That was a back and forth one. Wolves got a red card. Again, Brighton actually starting to kind of build under De Zerbi a little bit.
Yeah, they look good. I think they look good.
They played good in every game, even though they've lost like a few under him. Because, I mean, he started off with, like, I don't think a win in 6.
Yeah, well, their first couple games, it was like City, Liverpool, and then they beat Chelsea 4-1. But they played really good against City. They played us man-to-man for the entire game. Guardiola even said after the game, like, he made him throw his game plan out the window. That's why we went long to Haaland for that goal. Was like, oh, they're playing us man-to-man. Haaland's open. Ederson, fucking kick it.
Yeah.
You know? I think they look really solid. I think they will end up turning it around under him. They play really good ball. And Trossard's a baller.
Yeah,
Trossard's a baller.
He's pretty good. Brighton has some good players that are probably going to get pillaged.
Yeah.
Everton, Leicester. Leicester won that one 2-0. I didn't watch this one.
Madison scored a good goal.
Madison should play in the World Cup for England. That's a hot take.
Was it Madison that scored the good goal for them? I might be fucking talking out of my ass.
No, it was Tielemans.
Sorry.
Tielemans.
Actually, I dipped.
Yeah, Tielemans scored a banger.
Trivella volley from the top right of the box. Oof.
Yeah,
great goal.
It was nice.
Great goal.
Leeds, Bournemouth. This one was a crazy one.
I need to go back and rewatch the replay for this game. 4-3 Leeds. Bournemouth were up 3-1 at one point. Leeds came back, won at 4-3 at home. Don't like that there are some pundits that were like saying Leeds over celebrated it, saying it was like they celebrated it like it was the Champions League final. Like, it's fucking Leeds, and they just came back and from 2 goals down to win 4-3 at
people
home
don't
in
like
front
Jesse
of their fans.
That's the underlying thing is the English pundits don't like Jesse Marsch.
I fucking love Jesse Marsch.
He's
I love Jesse Marsch. Fuck you, Graham Souness. I don't even know if it was you that said it or not, but fuck you, Graham Souness.
Not so hot take. We need Jesse Marsch at the helm of the U.S. team.
Yeah, if he ever is tired of Leeds, we'll get him in. Oh my God, please! I'm begging. I'm on my fucking hands and knees. The U.S. Soccer Federation, please hire Jesse Marsch if he ever needs a job.
What he's doing with the talent he has is impressive,
and he'll play the good Americans that play in Europe and not play any favorites in the MLS.
To go back to your Graham Souness comment, I had a joke come in my head, and I was going to deliver it.
Let's hear it.
Pogba, you have to wonder where he was with that Leeds celebration.
You have to. I
had to bring that back for that.
Yeah, you have to wonder what could Pogba have done for Bournemouth to help them not lose to Leeds.
God,
I love those.
I hate Graham Souness, man. That's all I'm going to say. I just can't fucking stand that old, decrepit fucker.
And that's talking Graham Souness.
Can't stand him.
Last game, Man City Fulham, 2-1.
That was spooky.
The Citizens.
That game was spooky.
Pat was pooping himself.
Julian Alvarez scored a fucking Sergio Aguero-esque goal. Great ball through from Gundogan. Tight angle finish. Julian Alvarez
He's a baller.
Fine.
He's really good. I think he's really good.
You compared him to Jesus earlier in the week.
He's everything Jesus was, but he can finish.
Do you think he's going to be better than Jesus?
Yeah, he can finish.
How old is he? 22?
21, 22. He's younger. He gives us everything Jesus gave us in the front line, the pressing, the pace, the energy, the willingness to run, the fucking playing across the front 3, dropping deep to get on the ball. But he can finish. He scores. He can score goals. He's just a better finisher than Jesus was. And that was like the reason Jesus didn't succeed for us is he just wasn't a killer in front of the net, and Alvarez is. And then Haaland comes off the bench. Cancelo gets sent off. We'll talk about the red card for a second because... So, I think it was soft, but it was a red card. He was the last man back. It was a dumb challenge. He shoulder barged him. Sometimes you see him not get called, like today in the Tottenham Liverpool game.
Different.
It was the same challenge.
Nah.
It was the same challenge. That was the same challenge. Watch it back. It was the same challenge. Cancelo got sent off for that today.
One was near the spot. The other was the top left corner of the 18.
It was the same challenge. They were both in the box. It was a player coming in from behind, pushing on the back of another player, extending the arm, barging the shoulder, whatever you want to call it. Did not play the ball. It was the same type of challenge that got Cancelo sent off. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Just I mean, it was a red card. Sure, whatever. That's fine. He can get sent off for that. It was a pen. It is what it is. But all I'm saying is, same exact challenge happened today, and there was no call for it. I'm going back to the argument you posed earlier in the season, Mr. I want consistency.
Yeah?
I want consistency.
I don't think they were the exact same challenge.
They were the same challenge.
I wholeheartedly disagree with that.
What is the discrepancy for you between the two challenges?
The positioning on the field?
It's the same area. It's in the box.
It takes the clear and obvious scoring chance out of it.
But it still should have been a penalty and a yellow card then, no? Instead of a red card? Because if it wasn't a scoring chance, it was still a foul in the box.
Are you talking Cancelo or today?
Today.
Today? Could have easily been. But I don't think it was the same shoulder-to-shoulder, non-ball playing challenge that we saw.
He got pushed today.
I think Trent was a little bit more level with him. And I think that there was probably a little bit less force in Trent's. It feels like was it Sessegnon? Or who was it?
It was Sessegnon.
Yeah.
It felt like he was looking for it a little bit. Like he was waiting for Trent to put an arm on him and he was going down.
All I'm saying is
Cancelo ran to the man. He didn't run to the ball. He ran to the shoulder.
So did Trent. Trent did not play the ball. He didn't make an attempt to play the ball. He played the man.
I mean,
we can sit here and argue it all we want, but at the end of the day, all I'm saying is they're very, very similar challenges in the same area of the pitch that were ruled completely different ways. I think it was fair that Cancelo got sent off. It was a dumb challenge. Ultimately, I think Ederson just had the ball. I think Ederson just had it covered. Didn't need to make the challenge. He made it anyway. He got sent off. It is what it is. Do I think the De Bruyne penalty at the other end in the 95th minute was a little soft? Yes, I do. But we take that. It was 3 points. There was contact. De Bruyne went down, took a page right out of Mohamed Salah's book, and he fucking hit the dirt. And he won us a pen.
The Liverpool slander from you in the past 30 minutes. Need to watch it.
Hey, man, just watch it back and tell me it doesn't look like...
Salah stays up more than 90% of forwards in the Premier League.
I would completely agree with that, but I've also seen Salah get touched on the shoulder and act like he got fucking shot in the head.
Yeah, but in respect... in 2 years.
In respect,
2 years, he dove the last time we played.
Today he fucking holds off 2 defenders hugging him on the corner and is able to spin away like he did on Rodri and
he's not in the
Cancelo.
box.
I'm not saying it's a penalty. That's not what I'm saying.
All I'm saying is Salah has a reputation for diving.
Week in and week out, he has the biggest defender on the pitch
and a reputation
for 90 minutes.
And a reputation for diving. He has a reputation for it. Maybe he hasn't done it in the past couple of years, but he has a reputation for it because he's done it.
This is scandalous.
I'm just not going to stand for the blasphemy right now.
That's fine,
Take the blue goggles off for a second.
They're not on. I'm not wearing any City stuff right now. I got navy pants on.
It's a City jersey, 2 centimeters behind.
Not wearing it. It's just here for propping. I'm not a City fan.
Okay. It's got my back.
Do we want to get into our team of the season so far? We confirmed.
Do we want to do that? Do we want to hammer that out real quick?
Yeah.
After we get, let's. We pretty much settled on it, I think.
Yeah.
Today, so we can just go through it. So we're just gonna do like a just context for it real quick, and then we'll finish it. Just real quick, like
what?
You looked like you
we
had
have a Snapchat from Dalton Cassidy into a college group chat. I'll read it out loud. Dalton is a Newcastle fan, so shout out the Magpies. He just said Miguel Almiron is a god.
He's been playing 4 games in a row. He scored now.
Yeah,
took the Jack Grealish revenge tour.
Well, and then he went on to say Jack Grealish is a fraud and doesn't deserve to make the World Cup squad for England.
Well,
and then he said, "Good
true.
game, Rick. Thanks for getting us into 3rd."
That's just not true.
Wow. I mean, Almiron, I would say he's in our team so far.
He is in our team of the season. Yeah. So let's just start that real quick. So segue into this. So doing our team of the season pre-World Cup. It's just a quick little these are the players we feel have been the best players up until now. In goal, I think that's the only place we've had a little bit of discrepancy. I have Nick Pope. I think Nick Pope for sure. For me,
I would go with Pope over. I wouldn't go Ramsdale. If it was Ramsdale, I'd have more of an argument with you.
I think it's Pope. I think it's Pope, Ramsdale, Alisson have been the 3 best keepers in the league so far. So any of those 3, I think, are fine picks for me.
I would probably take Pope over Ramsdale in the sense that I think Arsenal's back line overall is a little bit stronger game in and game out.
I think Newcastle's defense is far better than Arsenal's, but I think Pope is just a better keeper.
I would agree with that.
6 clean sheets, too. He's tied for most in the league right
He's
now.
a
With
fucking
Ederson.
Still.
giant.
Yeah, he's really
Yeah.
good. Yeah,
He's
Should be England's number 1.
should
phenomenal.
be, but it's gonna be Pickford.
Yeah.
Back four, I think we were pretty much settled on right back Kieran Trippier. Mm-hmm. Center backs Saliba
Yeah.
and
Thiago Silva.
Thiago Silva. Yeah. And then right back or left back Cancelo.
I'm fond of that.
yes.
And then a midfield of
Xhaka at DM.
Xhaka. Yeah, he's been
Fine.
like a free 8, honestly. But whatever. Granit Xhaka, Kevin De Bruyne.
Odegaard was one we threw out.
Yep, Odegaard. I think he's been really good. I think Højbjerg.
Oh, we threw
Højbjerg
Højbjerg
has been
out.
solid.
Yeah, that's...
Today, not so much.
Yeah, he wasn't that great today, but
I think he had a couple big moments in the Champions League, which might have been recent.
yeah, kind of like skewed it for us
Yeah.
too. But I think he's been fine for them, for Tottenham.
Odegaard
Those
probably can make
guys.
it. I'd be
I think
fine with
Odegaard
that.
had started the season really, really well. He's kind of fallen off a little bit. Honestly, it's Thomas Partey. Partey too. Partey's been really, really good.
Redacted.
Nah, we can say his name now. He's been great.
Been long enough.
He's been great. In
Yeah.
fairness, he's been really
James
good.
Madison's been good too.
Yeah,
He's
Madison's
carried Leicester.
been insane.
Madison
Yeah.
is a really good shout.
Tielemans.
I think Madison's
Madison's
been better
been
than
way
Tielemans.
better than Tielemans.
Tielemans has
He
scored the
has.
goals, but
Yeah.
Madison's been the
Yeah.
better player for sure.
Just overall, like, numbers on paper, Tielemans, but
Yeah, overall play, I think I'm going to give it to Madison. Yeah, we'll say Madison. I like
Yeah,
Madison.
let's go James
I
Madison.
like Madison. We'll shout to the lower league, the lower level
Yeah,
fellas.
fuck.
the little boys.
Yeah, they're not doing
Championship
great,
Foxes.
but Madison's been playing really, really well.
Front
And then
line.
front three, I think we pretty much had it as well. Erling Haaland, Miguel Almiron, Phil Foden.
Yeah, the only other one we had in there was Martinelli.
Yeah, I think you could-
Saka probably has a shout
Yeah.
on right wing too.
I think Martinelli, you could probably flip flop with Foden, and I'd be perfectly fine with it. The only player in that, I think Almiron and Haaland are like, there's no arguments there. You like, it's really tough to make a case against either of those players. Haaland's got fucking 18 goals already, equal with Ronaldo from last season.
Yeah.
Already, he's gonna. 12.
He's already scored, what was it, 60% of Man United's goals from last year?
He's outscored Man. He's outscoring Man United right now by himself.
Yeah.
He has more
Honorable
goals
mentions.
than the whole team.
Estupinian.
Yep,
Bobby Firmino,
Estupinian, Bobby Firmino,
Lissandro Martinez probably.
Lissandro Martinez for sure. We almost put him in, but he'd just been a little bit too spotty. Like
I'd
overall
put
defensive
Trossard
performances.
in my honorable mention.
Trossard,
Yeah,
absolutely, 100%. Trossard is in my in there. Allison, honorable mention in goal
Yep.
for sure. And yeah, I think that's about it. If Højbjerg doesn't make the team, give an honorable mention to Højbjerg as well.
Yeah.
He's been great. We've touched on him already, but he's been great.
Rodrigo from
Start
Leeds.
the season
he's been
too.
pretty
Yeah,
decent.
Rodrigo's
Rodrigo.
been very good. Rodri for City, I
Rodri.
also think has been
A lot of good players.
exceptional.
It's a little bit like more cut and clear though. I feel like than it was last year. Last year
Absolutely.
it felt like we could go in so many directions with the,
Yeah,
and this is just the team of the season so far. Not even our halfway one.
Yeah, it's
No.
just like pre-World Cup team of the season chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to be looking at our actual team of the half season probably mid-January,
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds about right.
Christmas fixtures.
just after the New Year, which is weird. Or middle of the season's after Boxing Day this year.
Shout out the World Cup, I guess. And yeah, I think that's
That's it.
we got.
That
we
was
got
this
anything
week's
else? Yeah,
Premier
that's this
League
week. We're
fixtures.
just running through Prem stuff, talking the Prem. Be on the lookout. We got a mini-sode, I think probably coming out before this one.
Probably. Yeah.
So you'll have seen that before this episode. We're doing some World Cup stuff. We're actually doing it this time. We have the camera and everything. We're all set up. We're ready to go.
Let's go.
All right. See you guys later. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, rate the podcast, share it with a friend. Bye.
Deuces.
Peace.